All right, we back. Episode 33 Within Range. Don Juan, Snoop Eastwood, the Ear God. Our guest has his own line, Jared.
Yes. Before we get into music, we got to talk about it. Not just you're not a consumer, but you are an entrepreneur in the industry.
Right.
You got your own line of edibles.
Yes.
Please tell us about that.
So we have our own Delta 9 product of edibles called Kasawit.
Very cool.
Yes.
So Delta 9, for people that don't, it's like CBD in the way that THC is the illegal
Absolutely.
part of it. This has some psychotropic effects, none like CBD, but
Yes.
okay, perfect.
Okay, yeah.
Right, not that I would know anything about that.
Look at the carrot.
So it's like it's a derivative of THC, so it gives you the same feels, but it gives you the pros, but not the cons. I can say it like that. You know what I mean? And it also is medicinal to those that need it for the medicinal purposes. And so we started this like a good 2 years ago and got a factory. We're working with Bodie Organics out in Tempe. They're really dope people out there, really dope.
Very cool.
And
So you have a whole deal with this
oh,
and
absolutely.
everything? Yeah,
Lab.
man,
Like I'm in there like Dexter. Like,
outside of
yeah.
But no, man, going back to, I guess, the end of what we were talking about before, but you mentioned No Day Sober.
Yes. So No Day Sober, I recorded that actually at the Bubblegum Studio in Korea. So a couple of those
knew the
songs,
quality was high.
Yeah, I recorded a couple of those songs out there, and I finished up the tape before I left. I could say that. And I actually performed for my first time ever.
Gary, in Seoul?
In Seoul.
So you did your
that's
first
sick.
performance was international.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
first
crazy,
performance was
dude.
international.
Some
Paid
people never even.
performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was much love. The entire album, I can say, like, it was based. A lot of my albums are based on relationships and experiences through life. So No Day Sober, it was because I was in the Henny stage, like the beginning of Henny stage. So it was a lot of days where I wasn't
Falling
sober.
into the Henny Lake.
You know what I mean? I was falling into the Henny Lake.
Gotcha,
You know
okay.
what I mean? And so, actually, you gave me an idea too. I got to make a tape called The Lake.
Please just let me sit in on it. I don't want any credit. I want nothing. Just let me sit in. If I gave you an idea, I would just let me be there to watch watch it,
absolutely.
and it would be the highest honor. I appreciate that, dude.
Thank you for that.
I'll bring food. I'll bring coffee. Whatever it is. If it's
That's
morning, I'll bring
perfect.
donuts. I'm that guy, dude.
That's perfect. Come jam with me.
I'm the guy in the office. Good morning.
Hey, let's get to work.
So fucking happy.
But yeah, so No Day Sober, it was like the beginning, you know what I mean, like of Henny Lago. So it was a lot of drunk days, a lot of, relationship problems, a lot of songs that I wrote on that I pitched to a lot of people that didn't get taken. So I took them for
Drake,
myself.
eat your heart out.
You feel me? So I took them for myself, and it's like, it's cool, like it worked in its way. I'm a huge, like, I love Ty Dolla $ign. I love
Ty Dolla.
You got a song where I
Super
was
talented.
like, there was one song in particular we'll get to. I was like, dude, this is literally Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah,
Sounds like Ty Dolla $ign.
Ty Dolla,
Yeah.
super
And so-
talented.
People
and so,
forgetting
like,
about him lately too.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
sleep on it,
He
dude.
actually just did, like, I could say background vocals. I love Tyler, but listen, he carried it. Like, you know what I mean? Ty Dolla $ign definitely carried it. Like, with his background first of all, this dude sounds like whiskey. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
snap.
his voice is whiskey. You know what I mean? Like, he sounds like it. You know what I mean? So when he sings, like, I was just like, dude, blown away. First time I ever heard him, I was like, Jesus. So I had to hear all his catalog. Same thing like with Young Thug.
Yeah.
All these people, Gunna. I was like, I have to hear their, whole, whatever they have out, I need to hear it. I did the same with Ty Dolla $ign, but it came to the point where this dude is switching up, like, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, I have to keep up.
Do you know what his big break was? You remember it? Do you remember that? It was that Tooted and Booted with YG.
It was.
dude.
I
It
remember
was
that.
Tooted
Headed to the club.
Yeah. That
Said
was,
what's up. Tooted and Booted.
That's true.
That was a
true.
bang, dude. That
is
That was
true.
my freshman year of college, dude. That was
Yeah.
woo.
Nah,
Shout out Dollar $ign.
Dollar
And
$ign.
then Blase came out. Get out of
Oh
here,
my
dude.
God,
Banger.
bro, yes. And then he got that song, then did the song with The Weeknd. It was just
Hey, stand up or
Top
stand?
tier.
Was it that
Stand
one?
for.
Stand for.
Stand for. Yeah.
Great song.
Crazy, dude. You show me that one.
Man.
Sorry, big distraction.
No,
We're here to talk
that's
about
good.
Henny.
You're
but
good. You're good. No, I love Ty.
we gotta have a little dollar
$.
sign detour.
I was
know?
going to say, though, I know Day Sober, though. A few songs just to shout out. I like Weed Unlock.
Weed Unlock. Yeah, that's actually one of them. Like, so when I heard the beat, I was like, Ty Dolla $ign could definitely kill this beat. And so I hopped on that song as if, what would Ty Dolla $ign say? You know, and so that's
Again,
how
you approach
I,
it from an exercise. Like,
yeah,
you
you know
structure.
what I mean?
It's cool.
And that's how I created the Weed Unlock. Weed Unlock was, you know, it was surprisingly a banger.
It was.
When I recorded that one, it was a bunch of people in the studio. You know, they played the beat, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. You know, let me vibe. So I'm in a corner vibing. I got weed on lock, yeah. And then I was just like, wow, okay, boom, started recording. Next thing you know, these guys were like taking notes. Like literally sitting there at pads, just like, and what are you doing right now? I'm like, I'm just trying to think of a melody. You know what I mean? And as I'm saying it, they're writing it down. You know? Like,
I mean, just the to be able, like, again, people talk about, I think people like Rick Rubin talk about how you can't force creativity, but for you to be able to just be like, okay, let me just go in the corner by myself. It's one thing to be able to like go in the corner by yourself and think of something, but do you actually be able to get into your zone and think of something that's legitimate? Like you're actually blocking it out. You know what I mean? Because you could do that potentially by yourself, but doing that in front of people like that is a completely different exercise. To be creative and on demand, like under pressure, it's a different level. It's a business aspect, like you were talking about. It's like you're like, no, this is a rev. You treat it with a Kobe mentality, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's awesome,
absolutely.
man. It
like,
shows.
I took it like I'm paying for these sessions. I need to at least have a product to go home to. And, you know, everybody was in there kicking it. And so I was like, all right, let me get some work done at least. And then, you know, he played the beat. And I was like, yo, this is fire. Let me see if I can compliment it. Hopped on. And he was like, bro, like, did you write anything down? I'm like, no, it's here, but keep going. Let me, you know what I mean?
Don't stop. I'm gonna roll,
like,
dude.
Like, let me continue. You know what I mean? And I'm explaining to him, like, over the mic. And this is, like, pre-education of audio engineering and everything. So it's like I'm sitting there and I'll harmonize and I'm like, all right, stop. You know what I mean? I was like, put that in the background, like in the bottom. We'll get to that later. And then I'll hop back in and then I'll sing the verse. And then I'm like, all right, stop. I'm going to bring the hook in, but I want to add more harmonies in the back. So we're going to layer that, you know? So
This is another example. We've said this a couple times. That's another example of the harder I work, the luckier I get. Oh, I just hopped in the booth and all this came together in my moment. And it's like, no, you were ready. You came with a plan and you executed prepared the moment you had your opportunity. And that's a big difference, dude. That's crazy, man. That's so cool.
That's a good point. I also wanted to shout out Roxana. Throwback to, I always think of Eddie Murphy in the first 48. When Roxanne.
Yes.
I think of the police, dude. Roxanne.
Yeah.
Roxana,
You don't have to turn on the red.
That's the song. I know the song, dude. Yeah. That's what he's like. Remember, he's like got the red.
He's like, but don't turn it off. No, just just kidding.
But no, honestly, that song, man, that one hit me. That was like one of my personals. You know what I mean?
Simple.
I was just trying something out, and it came about so proper for me. You know what I mean? Like, and those are one of the songs like I hold dear. Like Roxana, I will forever hold. I still play that song. You know?
Do you? Hell yeah.
Absolutely, because it's like in this career, I make a lot of songs, but the songs that I hold to, you know, those are the songs that I still play. You know what I mean? And so it's like these songs kind of get overlooked, but some people love them, some people don't. But when you catch people that love these songs and not just the ideal songs to love, you know what I mean? It's like it's big kudos.
Speaking of songs we love,
oh come on, it's time.
It's time that we
ain't talking about the Eagles. We ain't talking about the Eagles. Dom, say the name. Say the name, and we ain't talking about the Eagles.
We gotta, before we even say the name of the song, we gotta tell the story, okay? So we had seen you perform.
Right.
We came to a show. This was the second time we'd seen you perform. It was in Mesa.
Okay.
And there were a few people that went on before you.
Yes.
Mainly rappers, mainly artists.
Yes.
That were, more on the rap side vibe. And then Henny Lago grabs the mic.
Dude.
It's his turn. All eyes are on here. Jared happened to come back and sit in the direction we were sitting. And the beat played for Hotel California.
Oh, yes.
And let me say this. Where we were sitting, we had a great view of this. The beat dropped, and people were kind of like, oh, this sounds a little different than what we had heard before. As soon as our boy started going, there was a group of like bottle girls, like blonde girls, like right like next to where Henny was performing. As soon as our boy went on, the hands went up, the titties started bouncing, and the asses were shaking.
Absolutely.
As soon as Hotel California,
Immediately.
I'm in Hotel California, room smelling marijuana, shawty bad and I wanna.
I'm gonna put it on.
And let me say this, I'm gonna say, Jared,
I'm gonna be singing this episode. Oh, dude, wait till I talk about Skyfall, dude. You hear me? Oh, nah, okay? Keep going.
I gotta say this about Hotel California though. I'm gonna put this right now. Arguably the best opening line. Ass fat enough to sleep on.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Dog,
I was
are
like,
you
how
kidding
do you
me?
go up from here? Yeah.
That's
fat enough to sleep
incredible.
on.
That's how it. So I just want to say, man, and then you have a video for it. We played it on our Folks on Them Fridays.
Oh,
if you go
nice,
back,
nice.
we had that video on there. Just again, we love music videos. We feel like that's an art that's dying. So the
Yes,
fact that
Give us the visuals,
it's one of our
man.
favorite songs. You gave us a visual for it, and it looked like you had a good time.
It looks like
Oh,
every
man.
person involved in that video had a good time. Looked like the boys had a good time. You had the ladies out there.
Absolutely.
Looks like everyone was having a
Yeah.
good time, dude. You had
It
the
was-
people dancing in the pool
Yeah,
too.
like it was crazy. Like it was super crazy. So recorded the song, sent it up to the bros. They were like, bro, this is a banger. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, no, like this is a banger. You need to do a video to it. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I reached out to my homies in Tucson, right? And so the dancers in there, they, background dancers for Blueface, and they did a whole choreography for this entire video.
No, they were.
Yeah,
I was gonna
you
say
know,
that
like,
wasn't.
it's
They had
so-
that one in the pocket ready to go.
And so like I had everybody prepped, but I did not have a location to save my life. Everyone's like, yo, we're down, bro, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then my homie hit me up and he's like, hey, I'm moving out here from California. He's actually somebody that we got into the edibles with. And he's like, yo, we're at this place. It's like shout out Kasui. And it's like, he's like, where I'm at, it's like a college town. It's like a whole bunch of college people live here. There's a pool.
Yeah, you could say that.
You know what I mean? And I'm like,
It looked like The View in its
did.
heyday.
It
You
did
know
look
what I
like
mean?
that. Tempe. Yep.
And so I was like, all right, cool. So, we go out there and I had, the dancers that came out and a couple females came out, and it was dope. But as we were playing the music, more people came.
Oh,
You
I
know what I
believe
mean?
it.
Like,
They heard that.
Was the guy that had the Henny Thing is possible shirt? Was he with you?
No, but then
That guy
he was
came down?
there. You feel me?
Hold on. Hold on. I gotta take a second. There was a guy that just had a Henny Thing is possible shirt ready to go, and then
In the background,
he
yeah,
heard
yeah.
the music. He heard
And
the
came
music,
down.
came down, and then he finds out your name is Henny Lago.
It was proper.
Get the fuck
It
out
was
of
proper.
here.
It was proper.
That guy,
Like,
that guy went down and was like, Jesus, thank you. He's like, I knew
Right on
this one
time.
was gonna pay off, dude. He
what
sees
I mean?
all these ladies dancing and
Yes.
dancing. He's like,
This is my
This was
moment."
the shirt. He's like, Brad said it wasn't a good shirt either, dude.
Brad said he don't know why I got this shirt, but God did. God did.
Brad said this shirt was lame for $49.99.
Like,
All right, sorry, no, not hating
Man.
on you. It was a dope shirt,
but
dude.
it was so fire. Like the energy.
Oh, you
like
could tell.
everyone.
Such a
like,
great song, too.
and like I'm the type of person I am. I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm Henny Lago. I'm shooting a video. If it's too loud, just let me know. We can cut
Nice
it
as
down.
fuck.
You know what I mean? They're like, all right, cool. Yeah, we're just here chilling. You're good. Next thing you know, people from Tucson, they're bringing out, like, their family came out. You know what I mean? Not just the dancers, but, like, their mom, their dad, their uncles. Like, a whole bunch of people came. You know what I mean? And so they bring hella drinks.
Organic.
They bring hella smoke. And their friends are coming. They're like, can we wait? My friends want to come. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Whoever wants to be here, we're just going to keep rolling. But, yeah, you guys, you slide through.
You're looking at the camera. Roll.
Keep it rolling, you know what I mean? And so, like, it gets to the point where we're actually having a, like, pool party. You know what I mean? There's hella people out there having a pool
That's what it
party.
looked like.
And we had
in the
like,
video.
Exactly.
and we had like 2 big ass speakers, right? And the song was on loop,
Just wanging.
for 4 hours. You know what I mean? And no one batted an eye. It was the same
vibe.
energy from
Yeah.
the beginning to the end. You know what I mean? And it was so genuine. Like a lot of scenes were cut off. Like
Oh, I
for
bet.
purpose.
I saw a little director's cut.
BET Uncut.
Yeah.
I saw a
type
little
Did you
shit.
see
director's
that
cut
one?
on YouTube, dude. I don't think you hide that from
Fire.
me, dude.
When
I don't just look at the profile, dude. I'm doing.
Yeah.
You do the quotes, Henny Lago search. That's how you get
Absolutely.
within range secret.
That's a
right
Boolean
there.
search? You doing the Boolean search?
Return exact terms. Okay. And all of a sudden, I see Hotel California director's cut.
Oh
Yes,
shit!
yes.
dude.
A little more cheek in that one.
A little more cheek
in
you know
that
what I
one,
mean? And it was just, oh man, it was love. Like,
Tiger would have been selling that on OnlyFans.
feel me, you feel me? I could have put some of those
Henny, you
clips on
cheeky
OnlyFans.
bastard.
You cheeky bastard.
Basil. Oh, behave. Sorry, man. You
But
go.
it was beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of it was just genuine. Like, I'm in a pool. Next thing you know, like, I see the drone above, and this girl is like swimming below me, like in a bikini, bro. Like top tier.
There
you
was
know
a
what I
scene
mean?
where
Like,
there was so much booty around you, you look confused for a moment.
I was.
Almost. You were like,
I was.
You're like, stage left or right?
So my girl was there, right?
Oh wait, dude.
So he was, where is she at? That's what that
So
was.
the looks around was like, I'm being cordial with what I have to do.
Baby, this is
For
work.
the shoot. Yeah, it's work. You know what I mean?
This
So
is
it's like-
work.
So it's like, I'm being respectful, but I'm also shooting a video. You know what I mean? And
I think you skirted that line perfectly.
Absolutely,
I
you know
saw
what I mean?
nothing inappropriate,
it was crazy. And then we
especially
got
with
into
the contracted work.
Yeah, you feel me? And we were in like an elevator. And when we were in this elevator scene, I hate elevators. I really hate elevators. I hate them when there's a lot of people on there. If it's just me, I can deal with the anxiety. But if
Introvert's nightmare. You
No,
might
if
get
it's- if
stuck
it's crowded in
might
there.
get stuck.
in your bubble
If I get
for
stuck,
hours.
you know what I mean? Like, it's
a huge risk.
bubble. So we're in this elevator and everyone's in there turned up and booty just clapping everywhere. Like yeeks are everywhere, just shaking. Da, da, da. And then next thing you know,
Yeeks.
the elevator stops. Like it just, and everyone's like, oh.
They all got synced up. That's what it
You-
was. So
you
they
know
started
what I mean?
swinging from all of them. Got swinged to
and
the whole
just
elevator
started messing it up. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, I'm panicking. I'm like, get me out of here. And they're just like, Henny, are you good? I'm like, I had a lot of tequila. This is crazy. Like, let's go back to the other room. So we shot in like 3 different locations. So one location was a pool area that they had. Another one was a smaller pool area. Then we got a little elevator, but then they have like a room up top, like a room where people could come and chill in. That type of room. So
Was that where it was
lounge?
nighttime?
That's where it's
nighttime.
nighttime.
Okay, because I remember
Yeah,
it
'cause
changed
we're
from
on the
light to
table.
dark, and I said,
I don't think anyone was chilling in there, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
No one
not.
was chilling in there.
Even people that like were coming in, you know what I mean, to just kick it. They were like, "Yo, can we be in your video?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely."
would've done that, yeah.
This one girl, Puerto Rican, super bad. She was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna go change clothes and I'm gonna come back and be proper for your video." I was like, "You don't have to do all that. Thank you, though." You know.
But, please, can I get that in writing?
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, "Yo, that's cool. Appreciate it. You don't have actually, yeah, And so she
Actually do that.
Yeah, actually do that and then
Do
come
please.
back, And so she, went to her crib or whatever, came back, amazing, and she was just out front twerking, just
Wow.
dude in the corner. Just
That's
like,
her. Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's
With
her
the
in the video.
Scrooge face, he was just, and he was just out there just shaking. He was bahumbugging, and she was just having the time of her
Oh
life.
my god! Imagine you're just trying to go in the lounge, heat up a hot pocket real quick because
Yeah.
your microwave's
And
broken,
your ass is shaking.
and your girl's in her Sophies and like fuzzy slippers. She's like, "Let me come back." And you're like,
Absolutely.
"God damn it,
Just
fuck!"
She's like, "Oh, you
I knew I
guys
should've
are
learned how to
having
cook.
fun?" Like
Yeah.
we're like, "Yeah, we're just kicking it. We got alcohol." She was like, "Oh, I'll be back." And he was just like, "Okay, cool, we'll be back." You know, what I mean?
like,
And I was like, "Bro, you can be in the video too." So later on, he gets in the video. You know? what I
Okay,
mean?
okay,
So it was,
hell yeah.
It was cool though. It was Hotel California though. Like was hands down an amazing video.
Dude, it's a great track.
Came
dude.
through. It
Oh,
came
yeah.
through in the dude. We get into palm trees and mangoes.
Yeah, so
All right.
yeah, obviously we are. Let me do this one, Jared,
Go
and then
for it, go
you're off
for
for
it.
running. But there was another song on there that I loved that was definitely more of an R&B vibe. I'm gonna try to do a little bit, but it's like I'm mobbing with the tribe. You hit my line.
Yes, touch
dude,
me, touch
that's
me, yes.
I just wrote some shit down. Savage Mode, Demon Time, Mr. Toxic, bro. That
Yes.
that fucking song.
Yes.
And then dude, the line, my favorite line, disrespectfully. I don't give a fuck about nothing, dog. That
Yes.
song was gangster,
Thank
bro.
you, thank you. So the beginning is a tribute to Aaliyah. So when I'm like, I'm mobbing with the tribe, you hit my line to see what I'm on. So that's like the same cadence to one of Aaliyah's songs. You know what I mean? And I answer 'cause I know that you're a freak. So like
Wow.
that was just a me giving her, her roses.
You tip your cap a few
You know what
times,
I
I
mean?
noticed.
Oh, absolutely.
You're
in that,
a
yeah.
tip capper, and I love it. It's done well, dude.
Thank you.
Fucking, you're howdy, bitch.
He's a cowboy. I said he was a cowboy.
I'm a cowboy, you know what I mean? Well, pirate, but you know. And so like that song touched me. That came about honestly. Like I heard the beat, and I was like, I need to say what's on my mind. You know what I
was
mean?
gonna ask if that was a real track. Was that?
That was an absolutely real track. Like I say, disrespectfully.
Dude hit you up though?
Yes.
If you know the song,
yes.
If you know the song, Henny was Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Yes.
And dude found out about him.
And when he hit me up, the only thing he asked me, he was just like, Henny, like, keep it 100 with me. And I was like, always. And he was like, did you smash my chick? I was like, bro, she's for the streets. Like, you could do better, King. Like,
if she ain't got an AP, she ain't one of mine.
You know
Okay.
What I mean? Like, you could do better, King. Like, let's work on ourselves this year.
That's
you know
amazing,
what I mean? And so, you know, and so in all that, my little brother was like, bro, I hear your songs. They're dope, but I want you to, like, really talk about you. And so I was like, okay, so Palm Trees, I wrote a couple of those songs in prison. So when I was locked up, I wrote Skyfall. I wrote Creep. I wrote a couple other. You
were Skyfall a long time?
Oh yeah, and then I know
Wasteland?
you're moving on, and that's okay.
Okay.
I wrote that. Get live with me.
I know that one.
Yeah, I wrote that one too while I was locked up. That one I was actually on a forklift, and I saw bananas and mangoes on the back of a truck that we had to launch in for the commissary and for the cafeteria. So while we were driving, that's when I created that song.
Hold on, ladies. This man's forklift certified.
Oh yeah. I can lift.
This
a hefty.
man is forklift certified.
I can lift a hefty.
Get at him.
Let's go.
300 plus is no problem.
Okay, wait, no, you did bring up something important there. Not something we talked about in the beginning, but yeah, 2020 sounds like it was a hard year for you, dude. Can you talk to us about that? What'd you go through?
Absolutely. So 2019, I got into like a drug charge. So long story short, I was working in the studio. This guy was like, hey man, I need your help. Could you help me with something in Mexico? I was like, cool, I got family out there, so I can just go out there anytime. Went out there, came back, come to find out that he had drugs in my equipment, like in my equipment. And so I'm driving back, and I'm like, yo, bro, like I got your package, and his package wasn't drugs. His package was papers and like his birth certificate and all these other things.
But you'd already put it in your equipment?
But it was in my equipment. I had like my saxophone in the back, my guitar, other things. And so when I come back, I had half a kilo of fentanyl in my car.
Oh, fentanyl.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
So like when they hit me with like bad. DEA hit the front of my car, hit the side of my car, and came out with AKs. And they were just like, hey, get on the ground. And I'm like, holy fuck, what's going on? So mind you, my car is all the way tinted. Like, it's limo tinted. Like, not this one, my other one. I had to get rid of the other one. But it's all tinted, so I had to crack the window. And I'm like, listen, my hands are up. I'm going to hop out of the car. Like, chill out. You know what I mean? So, like, I hop out of the car, and I'm on the ground, and they're like, where are the drugs? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And they checked the car. Boom, in the back, they found the drugs. And I saw this dude, like, he had a patch. And it had two swords that go down like this, like two swords aiming down. That's 10th Mountain. And I was like, hey, you was at 10th Mountain. And he was like, what do you know about 10th Mountain? I was like, oh, we went out there to train soldiers to rappel out of helicopters for air assault. And he was like, what unit was you with? I was like, I was with 315th Infantry Unit out of Georgia. We came out to New York to train you guys at Camp Naturalized.
Wow.
And he was like, around what time? I was like, this was around 2014. He was like, you trained me. Like, no, like,
way. No way.
He was like, your camp trained me in air assault. And I was like, oh, that's dope.
Is that jumping out of Blackhawks?
No, we're jumping out of helicopters, rappelling, clamping up like tanks, whatever we can, pull them up if we need to.
Oh,
or if we're rappelling
so
out
like
too.
for like on a Chinook?
Absolutely,
on a
Chinooks, the
okay.
big babies.
I know my military gear.
Yeah. And so like, he was like, your unit trained me, bro. And I was like, that's crazy. Now, I'm in the back of an SUV with all of them in the car. And he turned around and he said, I'm not going to lie to you, but this was a setup. And he was like, brother to brother, this was a setup. And I was like, I'm already knowing. And it was cool.
Wow.
I took it on the chin, went to prison. Everything was dope. Like, to me, my first experience, I was just like, yo, I'm about to go to prison. I'm terrified. But I go there, and the one thing, like my mom, she always tells us in the family, It's like one of our family mottos. It's called survive. You know what I mean? Like we joke about it from like what's that movie, Tropical Thunder, where he's like survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that's how we joke about it. But literally in the courtroom, I look back at mom and they're like, yeah, we're taking him right now. And she looked at me and she was like, survive. And I was like, cool. So I go to prison and while I'm in prison, it's love. It's love. Like I was good with the Pisces. I was good with the skinheads. I was good with the Asians. I was good with the blacks. I was good with everyone because I wasn't just somebody out there trying to be like, this dope guy. They saw me. I went in prison. I was 325 pounds. I came out 175.
Whoa.
Toned. You know what I mean? Like stupid toned. And all I was doing in there was writing and rehearsing. So the Hispanics, they work out with me in the morning. The blacks worked out with me in the afternoon. At nighttime, I work out with a couple of the gringos. Dude, and so crazy. They were just like,
Who had the best work? Who the hardest workout?
Hardest workout? I'll tell you right now, the black people. Like, I can be honest with you. The Hispanics, the
white guys are doing
cardio.
Curls, weren't they? Curls and chest press. Yeah, damn, I know. It's bad for the brand, dude. They gotta get their goddamn quads up, and they don't do it. It's a whole species. We don't do it, man. I'm looking at my legs right now, dude. It's just not. We don't do it, man. I'm sorry. That's
funny, dude. I saw so many like black dudes out there floating on bars, like literally sideways. Kicking feet, and they're like, yeah, you're gonna do this shit too, bro. And I'm like, absolutely not. But what I can do,
I'm not American Ninja Warrior. Yeah,
I'm not here training for that, bro. Like, you guys got me good, thank you. And honestly, when I left, like everybody came out, like every race you see it, like they came out. People were doing donuts in the forklifts. People were literally like, just like, hey, go do your shit
in the forklifts.
Yes,
dude. Get a little like hyphy sideshow in the fucking forklifts,
big donuts, just like
dun.
And I was like, bro, it was love. So while I was in there though, I prepped myself. So I started writing. I started focusing on building the brand for the label. Started focusing on albums. So I wrote hella songs, like 4 notebooks worthy of songs. Jeez. And so when I came home, I was prepped. I did Palm Trees. So a lot of those songs was influenced from prison. But while I was in prison, I was in a relationship. And in the relationship, I already knew things was going to go south. Came home. That's why a lot of those songs, I made those songs before she even told me what happened. Or before I found out what happened. Because it was already, I was just writing. I was in my zone, I was writing. So a lot of the songs, it's like, dang, who hurt you? But I already knew it before it was there. So when I came home, all I had to do was record the songs, made the album, found out the information, dipped.
Dude, literally just validated. You were like, yep, knew it. Literally wrote an album about it before I knew. And then, and then just boom, out of there.
And
that's not making lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
No, I was saying, and then after Palm Trees was XO?
No, so XO was first.
Oh, XO was before Palm Trees.
So check it out. I did 2 tapes, right? So I did XO. XO, that was
I got some tracks from
Hills, Ready.
Please talk about President's Club. Strip Club Anthem. Let me say this. There'll be some dollars. Dollars will be thrown in the sky.
I'm gonna say this
shit right there, bro.
I believe the man said, "I can see Wakanda with these Ray-Bans."
Yeah, dude, he did say that. He did say that.
Absolutely.
Dude.
I got a few Ray-Bans. I haven't seen.
Yes.
Sugar brother.
Yes.
Bust
so I made that song. All right. So at this time of my life, it was 2018, and I'm like booming in school, and I'm also traveling a lot, like learning a lot about music. I'm in Philly a lot. I'm in Baltimore a lot. Traveling with the people that I have a company with Casa Wheat, with the edibles. So we were getting the brand kind of started up, trying to figure out everything we can do. While we're out and about, like I'm bringing my equipment to certain areas. So President's Club, I recorded that after we got out of a strip club. And
I mean, it's obvious.
Literally said it's strip club.
It is. I mean, you could tell.
Yeah, like as soon as I got out of a strip club in Philly, like I had the Ray-Bans on. I had like, it was a whole bunch of females in there. One of them I was gonna talk to, and then I was just like, I had to remind myself she was bust down.
She a bust down.
It's so like I go back to the hotel and I made a song about her. Made a song about her.
She don't even know.
She don't even know.
She didn't even know it.
She didn't even know it.
Man,
no Molly in her champagne though.
Absolutely. But so President's Club, that came out. So XO came out around that time, 2018, and then before I got locked up, I dropped 2 tapes, Mango, and I dropped Libra Season. So I took those down.
I don't know Libra season.
Yeah, so Libra Season and Mango.
Are you a
I
Libra?
took those time. Yes,
Me
I'm
too.
a Libra. Yeah.
Wait,
your
so you
birthday?
had one that was
September
just
24th.
Mango?
October 2nd.
Nice. Huh?
You had a project that was just Mango,
Just
not palm
mango.
trees and Mango.
Not palm trees and mango. It was just
Also, you spelled it Mangoes. I had to look that up. I thought it was.
It was,
it's a debated thing,
That's a
but
good
it's
point.
either is acceptable.
Either
I like
is
that.
acceptable. Thank you.
I like that.
And so like the first one was Mango, and I did palm trees. I did palm trees and mangoes when I came back from prison. So I had Mangoes and Libra Season. Libra Season was more of the hip hop, rap, everything of that nature, and then I dropped Mango. Those 2 tapes, back-to-back tapes. Wow. Mango was a dancehall R&B tape.
Dude, I thought you were talking about palm trees and mangoes when you kept saying mango, and I was like, how did this man put himself on a tropical island while he was in prison? Dude,
Oh, yeah.
how is he doing this in jail, locked up? I felt like I had a linen shirt on, dude. Like, come on.
No, when I was in prison, I did palm trees and mangoes. So
you did do that there. Oh,
yes,
okay,
that was in
so I
prison.
did that. Okay.
But Mangoes,
That was
I dropped
different.
that. That's a whole different project. So Mangoes was a whole different like 8-track tape that I dropped of dancehall and R&B songs. That the only ones that last from it was Gang Gang for Life and Hotel California. Those are the only 2 that came from Mango.
Gang Gang for Life's good.
Yeah, and Gang Gang for Life. Yeah, so those 2 are the only 2 that survived for Palm Trees and Mango. And Libra Season, I took that down. So the whole concept was in my head. I was working on a hip hop tape, and I was also working on R&B and dancehall. But I wanted to give them both 2 names. So while I was in prison, a couple natives in there, I linked up with them. They were talking to me, and they wanted to tap me. And I was like, cool, bro, whatever you want to tat, you can go ahead and tap me. And so he tatted Wolf. Like, you know how Thug Life is?
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
Wolf.
You have Wolf?
I have Wolf going there.
Sick,
like,
dude.
I have Wolf going there, and I have, like, the woods at the bottom area. And so, like, I wanted to pay homage. So when I came home, I did Wolf Cry. So that's where Wolf Cry, those songs weren't, like, created when I was home. I created those when I was in prison. Like, every single one of those songs was created while I was locked up. Wow. And so when I came home, I just put that tape together as well as Palm Trees with a couple of added songs on. Wow. So, like, right now, I still have over 3 books that I haven't recorded yet.
So that's not part of the 1700s you've already got.
That's not part of the 1700s. That's
It's an embarrassment of riches. It's an embarrassment of riches, dude. Your cup runneth over, dude.
That's all. Yes, bro. And that's always how I want to be. I want to be able to, like, one thing I've learned, like, in this game, you have to. I learned this from, like, a wise philosopher once said, "Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready."
I love that
I think his
phrase.
name was like Sugar Free or something like that.
Hey, Sugar Free.
You know what I mean?
CNC.
You feel me? So it's like, that's how I always wanted to be. So everywhere I'm at and I see objects in my head in the background, I'm freestyling to what I see around me. You know what I mean? Like, I always to anime, to whatever. If I'm driving and I see like an Aldi's, or if I see whatever I see, I'm putting that in just to sharpen my
that's your
craft.
cue. Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, can you rap to that? Have you ever tried? Boom, and I'll do it. And if I get a good lyric out of it, boom, it's in my phone. And, so
you know what I gotta ask now, because you said this earlier. You ever rapped opera?
No, but listen.
You never hit a little Andrea,
listen.
Conte Partiro, huh? You never hit that and try to put a...
But what I did was for the song, get "Wish You Were Here." That's the name of the song.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
on Mangoes?
Yes, that's on Palm Trees and Mangoes.
Yeah.
That's the "Get Lit With Me."
Yep.
That one. So for that song, that run is an opera run.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Wow.
Yes.
The run.
So like, I got the idea of that song from like Madonna and Sway Lee. They made a song.
Madonna and Sway Lee
She's
made a
looking
track?
crazy right now.
Yes.
What?
Oh, she's
She's looking wild.
crazy.
She's looking wild right now.
Yeah.
Worse than
Oh,
Amanda
Madonna,
Bynes, and that's saying something.
She's
Yeah.
looking cloned right now.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, yeah. She made a song with Sway Lee though.
Yeah, she made a song with Sway Lee, and this song is so good. You know, it's so good. It's so like.
What's it called?
I wish I had the name. I swear.
Okay, we're
I
looking
wish
that
I
one
had
up.
It'll be on the
Check it
Apple
out.
Find
Music
it. We'll find
playlist.
it.
and
Yeah,
shit.
we'll
Check
put
it
in the
out. Sway Lee and
Within
Madonna.
Range playlist
They got a
coming
song.
soon.
And so, freaking, I'm listening to this song while I'm locked up, and then I started writing, And so I was thinking of a lot of the songs that I listened to, and I was like, I want to try something different. So the melodies in that are from opera songs.
Dude, man, that's crazy. You knew it had to come in. Dude.
Absolutely, absolutely.
By the way, it's called Crave.
The song's called Crave?
Yeah, Crave.
Drew.
Yes,
Here got Jamie on the
Crave.
beat.
Check it out. It's a good song.
Man, before we get into Wolf Cry, I know there's some songs you want to hit.
From Palm Trees,
or just anything.
Yeah, I got a
before,
few. I mean, we got to talk about Wasteland for sure.
Yes.
So we're talking about tips of the caps. I'm pretty sure this was a Drizzy tip of the cap. You go getting faded fucking bitches on the low tide, not the east side, but okay, that little Drizzy tip.
A lot of his music, some of your shit also sounds like it's produced by 40.
Yeah,
you know what? So the thing is like my beat selection, or if I create the beat, I studied 40. So I studied 40 Shabib. I studied who else?
Drew's perking up.
I studied yeah.
He's like, you studied
absolutely. And I studied what's his name, bro? I'm trying to get it right. I can't get it off the top of my head.
Is it a OVO?
No. It's gonna hit.
We got Metro, Swizz, London on
Metro.
Metro.
So
Okay.
Metro. I studied Metro. I studied 40 Shabib.
Metro,
I studied a couple other guys
I was
that
probably
are
gonna
like
say T minus or Boy Wonder or some shit like that.
oh, nice. Thank you. Yeah. But no, not them though. He engineers for Jay-Z.
Oh, Guru?
Young Guru.
Yes, it is Guru.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you. So I studied from these guys, and like I kind of took bits and pieces, you know what I mean, of information that I learned, and then I also took light skinned dude, curly hair. He makes like a song every week. He drops it. Russ.
Oh yeah,
Russ.
he does do that.
And I studied Russ's method. So Russ, he drops a song every week. So to me, I want to be prepared. I want to be able to have 5 songs a week. That's where I got that method from Russ. I was like,
So
okay,
wait, 1,700 divided by 52 in a year. We're going way more years now.
you feel
No,
me?
just
You
kidding.
feel me? So it's like that's where I wanted that. And so after studying from these guys, I noticed that my beats and the sonics of my sounds catered to these. You know what I mean? Not just the flow patterns. Some of the flow patterns is like, dang, that sounds like Drake. You know what I mean? Some of the flow patterns, holy fuck, this sounds like The Weeknd. Holy fuck, because like I said earlier, like I'm Thanos. Like in this music industry, like if I hear something I like, I'm going to make sure if I can't
As you
master
should,
it,
dude.
I will do my own spin on it. Like I'll see it, I like it. Let me do my spin on this and see how it works. Yeah. And if it works proper, then I'm like, hey, I got a song. Thank you.
What's crazy though is you don't just do it song to song. You do it within each song. It's
Absolutely,
3, 4,
yes.
5, 6 times a song apparently.
Yes.
Now it's 6.
Yes.
I mean, I don't doubt it at all. I mean, you
Yeah.
hear it constantly, dude. It's like you're singing high, then you're talking low, and then you're rapping, and then you're just singing. I mean, it's insane, dude. The versatility is wild.
You. And I always want to show that. Like, I want to show, like, there's a million ways to skin a cat. That's a horrible saying, but there's a million ways to skin a cat. You know what I mean? When I hear a song, everyone's first instinct is, oh, I could rap on this. But what have you even thought of a melody? Have you even tried to think of a melody? You know what I mean? What would happen if you put a melody in it? So I started to put melodies first before I do lyrics. So if I hear a beat, no matter what type of beat it is, my cadence, melodies. Then once I get that down, let's figure out the first 2 bars have to capture whoever is about to hear this.
Hotel California.
Yes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hotel California.
That's my
Good
method.
point.
Like, it's like if you're gonna talk your shit, make sure your first 2 bars is like, okay, I'm listening. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay.
Go to
What
Hotel
is he about to
California
say?
any day of the week,
Yeah,
bro.
for first
You
bars.
know. Yeah, you know. Then you're like, okay, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, and what I do is when I make a song, I record the first verse and I record the second verse, and then I switch them. Because a lot of people will listen to the first verse, but don't care too much for the second verse. The first verse is always harder than the second verse. So if you do this,
Hit yourself when you're warmed up.
yeah,
First.
yeah,
Okay.
hit yourself when you're warmed up. Boom, put that down. Put the second verse down, and then take them. Damn, they're fire. Let's crisscross them. So now when you hear it, it's like, damn, that's hard. And then when you hear the second verse, you're like, okay, this is fire. You know what I mean? And that's the methods I started with.
Man,
Damn.
that is crazy, dude. The amount of free game people are getting here,
we're getting
if they're trying
gems.
to, if they're
Gems
trying
after
to,
absolutely,
unreal, dude. This man had to put the sweat in. It's yours for free here. Voodoo Candy, we got to talk about that one, dude. I got a shout out. It gave me Lil Wayne vibes where you hit him with that line about the latex. Would you give me that? Hit me with the latex for the morning wood. Is that what it is?
Oh
yes.
shit, that's it.
I was like, dude, crazy. The
latex
wordplay
for the morning wood. That's like, yeah, you get
exactly.
exactly.
Dude, I was like a little like him with that latex. Don't let that. I think I'm latex. That's what it gave me vibes.
You don't want that latex.
You don't want that.
You
latex.
don't want that
I think
latex.
I'm latex.
I think I'm latex.
But she did want the latex for the morning wood in this case, so it worked out.
And like that's what I was saying
Make sure
earlier.
you didn't get that latex. No, sorry.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like bar for bars. Like that's how I used to rap. Like puns, bars, everything. You know what I mean? So I had to bring that back. You know, and I wanted to bring that in a song which was you wouldn't expect those type of bars, but it would fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's
did.
when I brought it in. Yeah.
Man, all right. I got hit Skyfall. The oh na na.
Yeah.
Oh na na.
Yeah, it's a
Oh
dope
na 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 na.
So that's one of
That
my
one.
That's my treasure.
I start
That is my
floating when that
treasure.
comes on, dude.
Dang.
I just ascend.
Yes.
You ascend.
That is
Chris Angel. Dude.
Few inches, yeah. Chris Angel, mind freak off the ground, 6 inches, dude.
6 inches. Float off a gate to the ground.
Oh shit, yeah, no, that one's just man.
Thank
there's a
you.
lot of vibes in your music, but man,
Lot of
that one
vibes.
hits a little different.
Yeah.
Dude. That one hit a little. That's the uppercut. You know
That's
what I
the
mean?
uppercut,
That one's an
yeah.
uppercut right at the end of the project too.
Yeah.
Last song.
Yes. So that song wasn't going to make it. Let me explain. So my little brother, is an asshole.
again. You gotta shout him out a lot of
Yeah,
times.
shout out my brother Jens. Like he is the biggest critic, the biggest asshole, and I always listen to him because he doesn't do it to be mean. He does it for the love. He does it because he knows that there's a passion in this with me, and he always wants me to put 110. You know what I mean? And so when he first heard the song, he was like, "It's cool," but then hit me back later on and was like, "Hey, bro, I heard that song like 5 times. Like
Sometimes it takes a bit.
that
dude.
shit is." He was like, "That's a song, bro." He said, "That's actually the ending song," and I was like, "Okay." So my brother actually places the songs where they're supposed to be.
Wow, no way.
Yeah. So I don't. Yes.
Dude, that's crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So like, I'll give my brother a crap ton of songs, and he will pick which ones, you know what I mean, that he likes, and he will put them in the order to where they flow. And once he does that, he'll send me the list, and then I'm like, okay. And then I'll
That's
just
crazy. Yeah, but
do the
you
list.
trust him. That's
I trust
beautiful.
him.
You don't have to spend time on that.
Wholeheartedly.
You're
I
working
trust
hard
him.
on the song. Let someone else decide that. That's
Yeah.
beautiful, dude.
And that's-
a consumer.
Yes.
And that's what you
And-
want.
yeah, exactly.
You're too close to it. You're too close
Thank you,
to
'cause
it.
it feels
Of
to
course
me-
you like it.
It feels to me, I
you wouldn't
drop-
send it to him if you
Yeah,
didn't like it.
I dropped 30 tapes. You know what I mean? Like, if it was to me, I would drop 30 tapes.
Hell yeah.
But he's like, no one's going to hear that, bro. Like, let's keep them simple.
Over time.
You know, over time.
In due time.
In due time. And that's why I have the 1700. Because when the time comes, I'm about to start dropping 40 tapes. Straight like that. I need people to keep up. Like,
We're trying to
Be
keep
there,
up.
dude.
You
Give us
feel
a
me?
subscription service.
Absolutely.
Henny Lago Plus.
Man.
It comes with Twitch. Comes with the whole Spotify.
Yeah.
Maybe a
And
little
merch.
OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding.
Just slide OnlyFans on the videos. You know what I mean? Like,
not no Tyga though.
I had an observation for you, Henny. One of the things that I think I kept hearing a repetition off of, it seems like you found a way to systemize your creativity. Is that something that...
Yes. So there's a method to the madness. You know, now I don't just go in the studio willy-nilly. Like, I don't just go in there like, okay, let's see what comes out today. Like, I'll go in there with a game plan off tops. So a lot of my music comes from animes, and a lot of my lyrics come from dreams. So
Wow.
I will capture a dream. Like, I know we're going to talk about it. Overthought.
Yeah, definitely gonna talk about that.
Overthought. I created that song off Wolf Cry. Literally hopped out of my dream and hopped on the mic and word for word said exactly what I was listening to. So that's
Dude,
like,
that's crazy.
I'm so serious. Like, so even my daughter is in that song because like when I picked
know.
her,
Yeah.
when I picked her up, I was like singing the song and she's like, you know, waking up crying, and so but she's in the song. I couldn't take her out. You know what I mean? So it's like I couldn't, you know, block it out, but. it's just one of those things. Like, I take my methods like that. So if I'm feeling positive, I put on positive anime, and I'll watch it, and I'll mute it. And when I mute it, I'm going through every beat that it's been sent to me, or if I want to create something, I'll create something like that. And while I'm watching the anime, I'm making a song that will cater to the exact scene that caught my attention. And that's how I do it.
Wow.
Well, if we're talking about recent anime events, I got to shout out my childhood here. I'm excited to see this song. Have you watched the last episode with Ash and Pikachu yet?
No.
Yeah, that just happened,
I heard
dude.
about it.
Officially.
No freaking way.
Officially,
Done.
yes.
Oh
Pikachu and Ash, it's officially, that storyline is 25 years.
Oh my.
I'm trying to see the Henny Lago joint from that one,
Oh,
dude.
I'll make it.
I'm trying to watch that teary moment.
I will make it happen. I
love it.
Man. Well, that's a good trend. Oh, go ahead, Drew. Go ahead.
I just had one more thing, and then we'll go to another transition. So, I love that you said that, because it kind of made me think about some of the different artists that I work with, and I just realized, artistry is actually almost kind of like a superpower. There's a self-discovery to your power of, what can you do, right? And then when you're learning new tricks or learning new ways to use your power, it's that, like, you fuck up, you try it again. But the part of what you've been doing is you're actually learning how to harness it. You're learning how to find its quirky ways, the things you can maximize, the things that maybe are not your strengths, but you're learning how to cope with them and things like that. Absolutely. So it's a really cool perspective that you were able to bring there.
Absolutely. And, like, I try to explain to people, too, I'm not, like, prestige. You know what I mean? I'm not Wayne. I'm not going to hop in front of the mic and whatever I say is going to that's it. Like, I have to take trials. I have to take, there's trials and errors. But my thing is, I can't leave my desk until I completed the task. You know what I mean? And so there's been frustrated nights where I should have hopped on the bass, or I should have played the guitar, or I should have, sang this part instead of that part. But one thing I learned is that I can't overthink these things. I have to keep it simple if I can. There's a lot of songs that I do that are complex, but there's a lot of songs that I do that are simple. And I feel like people need to, like, when I say people, I'm meaning the creators. I feel like we need to be more accepted and appreciative of the fact that we created this gem. Sometimes we second guess it. We'll be like, damn, that's not my hardest song, or damn, I wish I would have did this on it. But you don't know who that's going to touch. You know what I mean? Like, me, I like to make my shit sound sonically okay. You know what I mean? I want people to hear it and be like, wow, this is, good engineering. Like, so that's where I spend most of my time. But I really like it when people come to me and they're like, hey, this song made me feel this type of way, and I appreciate you because I was going through this, and this song brought me out of it. That's what I do it for. Like, I don't, like, a lot of people, they do it for, they want the money, the fame. Of course, those are the perks that come with it if you're doing it right, But to me, I do it because I want someone out there to be like, I want to make music because this dude inspired me to make music. And, that's my whole forte on that.
Wow.
And you're not just doing that with music. You're trying to do that in real life.
Absolutely.
From what we understand.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I just started the label up. It's official January 1st. So it's called Wolfio Studio. It's WLFIO. And it stands for We Live for Inspiring Others. And what I want to do with that is I want to bring people into the camp that's like inspired, have a passion in music. It doesn't matter the genre. I've played instruments. I know all types of music. I've listened to Bohemian death rap. I listened to, crazy stuff.
Mongolian throat singing.
What? You know what I mean? I wrestled a bear once. I listen to a lot of music. You know what I mean? So it's like there's no discrimination. And me, if they hear my catalogs, they'll know that, this dude is not just a rapper. I'm an artist.
Yeah.
So I want to bring all genres in, and I want people to really hone in on their craft, take their passion out, and understand, get the credibility behind it, get the platforms that they need to be on properly, get everything packaged properly to prepare them for their career, not just out here with a dream shooting in the dark, but give you sort of like the ammunition. So if you're shooting in the dark, at least you're gonna hit something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's that's my whole plan with the label.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. You were talking about teaching them just like the finer points, the soft skills almost.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, not
that's
just
incredible, dude.
Not just the recording. The recording is the easy part.
Yeah.
Which is surprising, but it is. The recording is the easy part. It's the marketing. It's the, it's the plans that you have after it. It's the how are you getting your royalties? You know what I mean? Like, I want to explain that to a lot of people. Like, I walk out here in Arizona, and it's a bunch of artists out here. They're like, hey, I do this. I open up for this guy. I open up for this guy. And I'm like, that's cool, bro. But do you have a sound exchange? Do you have a ASCAP or BMI? What platforms do you use on these levels? And half these people don't even know what that is. And I'm like, where you're getting credibility is not valid to me. Where I'm getting credibility, I'm making sure that it's valid. TV shows.
I was gonna say
movies.
you're getting placed on Naomi, right?
Yeah,
CW and HBO Max.
Naomi.
Movies and TV shows out in Germany.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm on.
Real.
I was on the major soccer league that they had last year. Yeah, played my songs in there.
Really, MLS?
MLS.
No way.
Yeah,
what song were they
absolutely.
playing?
They played Go Hard. So that's another category too. So a lot of my songs that I have on my albums aren't the songs that I have that are in shows. So I specifically cater the music for the TV shows.
That's why it gets placed.
You know what I mean? So they're like, hey, I need a football song. I'll give them 12 football songs. You know what I mean? Hey, I need a soccer song. I'll give you 15 of those. Wow. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, that's how we work.
Kick It by Henny Lago. No,
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's how I do it. I was just, blessed to be in an arena with the guy, his wife. She's actually the main character and singer for Encanto. And he's the distributor for Warner Chappell. That's how I got in the label with him.
Okay.
And so he was like, Henny, I love your style. I need this, and although I'm busy in this world, I'm trying to keep this solid because that's something that can benefit, in the long run too. So I'm dishing out songs here, dishing out songs there, dishing out writing for people. And so it's like, after a while, the blessings come back,
Dude, it's cool because I think a lot of people here, you need to have multiple streams of income and they'll split and do a bunch of things at once. Yeah. And that's not necessarily a good thing because they're not giving their attention to it. But it seems like you, through a combination of good fortune and putting yourself in the right position to succeed and putting in hard work, it sounds like you're growing that multiple stream, but it's all very symbiotic. Like it all works together, and it's not like you're stretching for each one. It's just building off of what you've been, and that's the way it goes. You know what I mean?
There's a root, and that's what I tell people. Like, if my goal in life is audio engineering, you're not gonna see me work a 9 to 5. What you're gonna see me is bust my ass at that desk in different areas to make sure that I can make the same income as a 9 to 5, if not more. Because if I'm not doing that and I'm working at 9 to 5, I'm wasting my time there, hypothetically speaking. I'm wasting my time there instead of being behind where I need to be. And then at the end of the day, we get older and we get bitter. And that's when you tell kids to get off your grass because they're enjoying life and you
stay off the lawn.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
Man. What's it? Gang for life.
Gang,
we got to
gang.
talk about that for you. Another Drizzy shout out, I think.
Yes.
If you do be gonna be in some trouble, is that
Yes.
I got that.
You knew that sample.
I know that line.
Yes.
White girl said. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
You had some good lines in there too. What was it? You're talking about driving through Mesa. I always love when we hear an Arizona shout out in the song, man. It's just
dope.
like, man, I know. I mean, you're driving through the 60 or the 202 if you're out in Mesa.
Yes.
You know what I
And
mean?
I made that song actually driving on the 60.
Get out of here,
yeah, I swear. So
that's where the Miami Vice comes in. The headlights over the hood,
with the
dude,
headlights
man.
fly. I do a lot of driving. If I can't
That's
get
awesome.
it from like anime, I'll drive.
That's
you
cool.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like
Well, you change your state when you're not. You don't just sit there blocked.
Oh
It
yeah,
sounds
no,
like you change your state.
Absolutely.
Get outside. Yeah.
If I'm in an area for too long and like nothing's produced, I'm out of there. You know what I mean? Like it's like because what I need is not here. You know,
Not trying to get blood from a turnip.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and so I'll go to a gas station and boom, a whole song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, oh, excuse me. Here you go. You can walk through there. Thank you for holding the door. Boom, out of nowhere. I'm like, I gotta go home right now.
There's no shortage of motivation as your average Arizona Circle K either, dude.
Nuts.
From the top to the bottom there, dude.
Every time I go to Circle K, it's a movie.
It's an experience, yeah.
Every time.
Oh man, yeah, you got some other good lines in there. I think you said. I think there's one that's like, let them know I'm well, like Fargo.
Yes,
dude.
yes.
Just little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's just like it's not just like it. We were talking about people look at one variable a lot of times. It's like, dude, you got you got lyrics, you're singing, you're switching it up, you have dope artwork.
Yep.
Like,
Oh, thank you.
like,
My brother.
Do you
random
do your? I
bars.
was gonna ask, is that you?
My little brother. That's his anime.
Shout out to little brother
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
This guy, shoot, man,
I'm
he's got
telling
like Jay
you.
Prince vibes behind him.
So yeah, my little brother, he does all my artwork. He, you know, and like he's just wait. He got this pilot coming out called 3020 Dogma, and it's so fire. Like
It's like an anime. So
anime,
he's doing like a full anime.
all anime. I'll
30,
show
20
you guys
Dogma.
later on, but yeah,
dude.
yeah, it's so fire, so
Hell
fire.
yeah.
And that's his tag on Instagram, 3020 Dogma. You
We'll
guys
follow.
go check
Put it up
out.
on
Put
here.
the tag up.
Go check it out. Like he's honestly super dope. My oldest brother, he's a chef and a gamer. And so he's the one that got me into Twitch, and like he'll play a lot of my music in the background while he's
That's dope.
doing his Twitch.
What's
and
he play?
He plays
Fortnite guy?
Fortnite,
He's streaming?
Call of Duty, big streams on those. You know what I mean? And also Harry Potter. That game is
Okay.
fire. I'm a Harry Potter, so I'm a nerd. Like,
Hey,
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I
I
read
was
all
a
the
little
books
more
back
Lord
in
of
the day.
Rings than I was Harry Potter, but I don't hate on the
Don't
Harry
discriminate,
Potter.
you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
I don't
you
mind-
can't.
I don't mind.
Same, same. You know what I mean?
They're all shooting spells.
They
you know?
all
It's all shooting spells. Come on, dude.
For real.
I will say one thing drive me nuts in Harry Potter when they're chasing each other. They got all this magic. They're flying on brooms. How the fuck you miss with magic?
For real.
They're shooting spells and shit. How the fuck do you miss with magic, dude?
How the fuck
That
you
drove me
miss?
nuts.
Like-
Oh, I just missed. Like, what did you not
right.
say in the spell?
Hey,
Like,
yeah.
but the other magic can zig and zag, bro.
Yes, this one's hitting loops and
Exactly,
this one's just
bro.
straight. Like,
Just because
Always
you're throwing
drove me
shit
nuts.
out don't mean
Hey,
it
really quick, my Harry Potter story. I wasn't like I've watched
Jared's got a
them all
Harry
now.
Potter
No, I'm
story.
sorry. It was just funny because I was an outsider.
Again.
So girl I was dating in college, right?
Uh-huh.
Go out to visit her family. Her like so you gotta imagine like seeing Harry Potter movies like
Yeah.
tradition in her family, and I'm like, all right, well here I am going into number 5 with like very minimal context. Bro, I don't want to say I think it was 5, but like it's the one where Dobby dies, and so
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a big moment.
Big
bro.
moment, bro.
I fell
Big
asleep.
moment.
I fell asleep, and I'm like,
Oh, the
apparently, I'm like,
worst.
apparently, Dobby's all wrapped in cloth on the beach, and I'm just sitting there.
No.
And then I wake up all offended, like everyone's looking at me and laughing, and I get all butthurt. It was a bad time.
What are you guys
but
laughing
I'm
at?
yeah. What? What did the stupid fucking troll die?
I had a long
It's
drive
literally
here,
like the most
man.
beloved character. Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, I really dropped the
fucked
ball
up.
there.
Yeah,
I
you
fucked
dropped.
up. Yeah.
You, when Dobby died, bro.
I
Yeah,
fumbled the
been
Harry
there.
Potter bag big time, and it's just it
Absolutely.
happens.
You should
I'm
have been there. That was a tear moment. That was like that was like Denzel tear, like one tear. Give it that. You know what I mean?
I'm King Kong.
Yeah, one big ass tear. Ugh.
That's funny, man.
Yeah. Right there. Boom.
All right. Well, I think we got to hit the most recent album, and then we'll do the segment. But Wolf Cry is your latest
Wolf Cry. Yes.
body of work.
yes.
But definitely want to get into like the name of the album. I think you might have touched on it with the tattoo, maybe a bit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But just some songs. You talked about Overthoughts. That's actually one of my favorites.
Oh, thank you.
I think that track like that shows your range, and I just got like Drake slow song vibes.
Yes,
when listening to
yes,
that, man.
yes,
So the vibes
yes.
there. But some other tracks, probably my other favorite track, and it's the first one, but Babysitter.
Babysitter.
Dog, that one was hilarious, bro.
Thank
I think
you.
because like a lot of your songs are either like I feel like upbeat party, or you got the ones that are R&B vibe. But that one was like you were like talking some mad shit in that
Yes.
one, and it was hilarious. Dog. Like,
Yes.
dude, I just said Savage Mode, but when you said Uncle Hen Dog Love the Kids,
Yeah.
I was like, this dude's in another mode on this
Yes,
shit, dog.
yes.
My Cougar Mercedes, she born in the '80s.
Yes.
I mean, bro, you were just
It's
chopping it
like
up.
my Cougar Mercedes. She born in the '80s. She hit up the body shop. Came back. That body looked crazy, and now she do personal training.
Trading, yeah.
Yes. But that's a
Dude.
true story. Like,
I was gonna
She
ask.
didn't even earn it.
Wait, but is this
She didn't
true?
even earn
She
it.
made a bottle for baby, but I made
brought
a bottle for babe.
yes. So she made a bottle for baby, and I brought a bottle for
Babe, dude. It was that I heard that I was like fucking sealed, delivered.
So like that song, honestly, that song was a comical.
It's-
like
dude,
it was
it's
supposed
so
to be
great.
like a comical talk shit. Like wasn't supposed to be on anything. You know what I mean? It's just me talking shit. Sent it to my brother. He was like, "Yeah, that's number one."
Dude,
And I was
as
like,
you
"What?"
blessed it with number
Like,
one.
yeah, I was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "No, bro. Like, you said some shit in there, bro." I was like, "Okay, cool."
The ultimate. Yeah,
Yes.
the ultimate line though. If it smelled good, then I'm taking you shopping. I texted Jared that. Remember? I was like, "Did you catch that line?"
If
in
it
that one?
smell good, I'm taking you shopping. Yeah, that's
Dude, that one's that's a good.
That's
Wait,
player,
wait.
that's
That
player.
reminds me too. Guys, it was on another song we talked about. I forgot to say, but it was "Dance When I'm in It" like Soul Train.
What?
He said Dance when I'm in it like Soul Train. I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, that one you said.
Bro, your
reminded me
lyrics
of
are
that.
crazy.
Crazy.
What else? I'm not, so just, Jared, I don't know if you
No,
got something.
I could talk about your music all day.
I
Dude.
know.
I've been blabbering enough. I'll shut up till the segment. If you got
All right.
anything else, go, because I got the segment.
Nobody
You
Wins
tear
had
it
the
up.
Key Sweat sample.
Oh yes,
I'm a
so
Key
check
Sweat
it
fan.
out. So that one, Nobody Wins. That was when I was dealing with a situation with my baby mama, and I wanted to change the narrative of Key Sweat's Nobody.
Great song.
So yeah, you know what I mean. So that song Nobody, you know, it's a beautiful song. You know, who can love you like me? Nobody. But I wanted to change it to Nobody wins when we're at war. You know what I mean? So instead of who could love me, it's like we're focusing on like who has the upper hand. You know what I mean? When it shouldn't be like that in a relationship. We should continuously go to the who could love you like me, nobody, those type of things. So with that song, I put it into, you know, with a Key Sweat sample as well as me harmonizing with him. Like I did the Nobody Wins. Yeah.
Sick, bro. Yeah. Great piece of work.
Hey.
Body shot came back, that body look crazy, and now she do personal training. What? Now she do personal. Bounce that shit. She told me after 3 payments, the next one is naked. That's personal. What? Told that hoe text me, I'm out.